What up, everyone? What's up, man? We're back again. This is another Thursday, open panel Thursday. So I want to thank you guys for joining in. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share while you're here. Of course, this is your boy, the Solo Traveler ORD, and thanks for joining in. And like I said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This content, especially what's going on today, because this is part two of or the second one of the open panel, and this time you guys have elected and have chosen with the poll to go with Mexico. So since we decided to talk about Mexico, hold on, let me play the music from Mexico. Yeah, so that's from Mexico. I usually use that whenever I interview guests, but nonetheless, I'm sorry. First off, I gotta say I'm sorry for the late start because of the fact that fortunately you guys seen I released a video today. That kind of took up my time, and then I had to finish making food for me and my daughter, and so yeah, so I had to eat dinner and everything. So, but nonetheless, yeah, we're here, we're back. Sorry 30 minutes late, but first off, let me give a shout out to Milano, the travel boy. What up? Thanks for joining in. Definitely appreciate it. Of course, he's letting you guys know to hit the like button. So don't forget to hit that like button as you guys are coming in. Smash that for me. Then we also have Chris. He's saying that he said, I wish I could participate. I'm actually in Playa del Carmen right now, but all I have is my cell phone. Doesn't matter. Just come on in, join on in. It's all a discussion. Just like what we did last Thursday. We all came together, just had a good little discussion about things that was going on, in the location that we're talking about. Last week was Costa Rica. Of course, this time is Mexico. So first, I'm gonna start off with my take on Mexico, which I like Mexico. Mexico is definitely a nice place to go to. What? It's funny thing is I've noticed that each time I go to Mexico, most of the time I'm usually doing it with my buddy, we usually have a good time. So. The first time I actually went to Mexico, I think it was a cruise. No, I'll take that back. Actually, my first visit to Mexico, I was about 6 years old. I went there with my family, and I had a good time in Cancun. Then I went back when I was young, when I was like a little bit older, and I had a chance to go to Cozumel. But let me go over some of the places that I've been to in Mexico, which is starting with Nogales. So I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to check out Nogales, which is basically it's off the border of Arizona. And one thing I can say about Nogales is that it's really nice. Like I went there across the border. The clubs, the discos were popping. We shut down the club, and then we had an early flight like at 6 a.m. So we were there until like 4 a.m. and then we shut it down, had a good time. I could tell you the women out there was really nice, very beautiful, and were easy to dance with and had a good time. So I had a great time. Nogales. I always tell people, hey, go out there, check it out if you can. Nogales is a nice place to go to. And one thing I'm gonna say is that no, I am not I'm not a Mexico expert, although I've been to several places there, but I can't put myself as an expert because I know there's a lot of people that live in California or live off the border, and they spend a lot of time out there in Mexico. And just from some of the places I've been to, I just think it just doesn't even do any justice of even telling you guys that I'm somewhat of any expert when it comes down to Mexico. But next up, I want to talk about going to TJ, and of course I know a lot of you guys love going to TJ. This is like one of the main destinations that a lot of people go to, to have fun and party and so forth. So, I actually have some pictures of me being out there in TJ, and I'll share with you guys. Hold on a second here. Let me bring it up in about, there we go. Make sure you guys are able to see that. All right. So from TJ, I had a good time. So I usually travel with my boy, Black Spanish, and bring this over here. So we usually, do it big out there. So that was out there in TJ. Bring this over so I know what's coming next. Of course, representing, being out there, gotta take a picture of that big that big TV that's there. Kind of remind me of St. Louis, that whole area. But when I went there, it was before COVID, and I'm sorry, it was actually during COVID. It was in 2020 when this picture was taken. And yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on. You know, for those of you that know a little bit about TJ and everything, so all the stuff was still going on. The clubs were still popping. Just that they changed it up. You know, it was going on in the hotel. Some of the fun stuff that goes on out there. You know, but you know, I got some pictures here from off the beach and everything. You know, from having a good time. You know, and then you know, of course, you want to get some good tacos while you're out there. You know, let me play this here. I'm gonna have to mute this because of the music. I don't want to get any copyright strikes. So yeah, so definitely you know, get some good tacos while you're out there. Tacos are really good. You know, that's one thing I could definitely say about being out there. You know, and about Mexico. That's, you know, definitely is, you know, we definitely want to get some good tacos. So next up, I've been to CDMX, which is Mexico City. Mexico City, good place to be at. A lot of stuff goes down there. I haven't had a chance to get into a lot of stuff. I had a chance to check out the temple, the Aztec temple. I think it was like Pyramid of the Sun or so. You know, a quick trip out there. Fortunately, I couldn't go all the way up the temple because since I had a layover, and basically I had my big drone at the time, which was the DJI Phantom Pro 3. Those of you that are actually videographer or dealt with drones, you guys know that that's a hefty drone to be on your back while you're walking up that pyramid, which ain't fun. So yeah, so that's one of the things I've done out there. Of course, I've been around the whole city of Mexico City and everything, and I got some pictures here as well. We can open these up here. Let's take a look here. Share for you guys is here. So those are some of the pictures I've taken while I've been out there in CDMX. There's a nice little video. I don't mind about the volume with this one. I was just coming out the airport, and of course I seen something nice. So I was like, let me go ahead and take a little video of this and continue rolling the tape. Move on to the next one here. Not sure if you guys had a chance to kick it over here, the main square of CDMX. So just some of the things, you know, for me, I love I just love you know, a lot of these old architectural buildings. You know, that's like one of the things I love about traveling. So that is why, you know, you'll see a lot of those in my videos because of the fact that I just love old architecture. Like if I go to Rome, I was supposed to go to Rome 2 years ago, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it. Ended up going to Barcelona, but even then I had a good time out there, you know, just checking out the buildings and all of that stuff, which I thought was actually pretty cool. So next up, you know, I'll show some pictures from my Cancun trip just recently. I've been to Cancun about 3 times. This last time, I know I haven't had a chance to release the vlog of me traveling out there. I've been working on. I've been procrastinating for the past 3 months. So one of these days, I'm gonna get to it and I'm gonna release the video. So I actually ended up staying at a resort while I was in Cancun. And basically in Cancun, I was at a resort. Then I went to Playa del Carmen this last time. And basically the resort was really dope. They took care of me. It was kind of like I'm not sure if you guys ever done cruises, but you know, it was like being on a Carnival cruise, but with the alcohol included. Because you know how these cruise boats, you got to pay for the alcohol. It's expensive, and that's how they get you. That's how they make their money. So thing about it is that we had a ball. It was great. You know, this actual yeah, let me play here. So this actual resort that I was at actually had the Cancun sign. Of course, a lot of us, you know, we love, you know, to travel and show off that, you know, we've been at this location with that sign, you know, of the location you've been at. So that's very important, you know, just to show off, as well as see what other pictures. So at the resort, they had seafood as well there. So I heard that the seafood was really good. I don't eat seafood. That's not my thing, but but it was pretty good. And as well as they had like the whole Benihana setup, and that was all included in with being there. The food was actually pretty good, at this Benihana spot. Um, a little sushi there and stuff like that. But I didn't eat that. I didn't partake in that, of course. I don't like seafood, but nonetheless, that was Cancun. And let me see some more pictures I have. I have Guadalajara before I go to Playa del Carmen. So here we go. So I was playing with the GoPro at this time. I thought that this was kind of dope, this whole location. So I wanted to show that off. This is like one of the main squares out there in Guadalajara. And of course, there was a lot of fine women, fine people out there. So right here, let me bring this back. So, so during this time, I was actually going through the TSA. And one thing is that I find kind of interesting is that, a lot of the women there, they like, Chocolate Brothers, they like us. And funny thing is the woman, she was like flirting with me. This is the TSA agent. And make sure the volume is up. And she was just flirting me, telling me about just about everything, how much she liked me and all that stuff. Yeah, she was cool. I could have had continue on with that, but I was like, nah, I really didn't want to, because who knows? For me, I wasn't sure if I was going to be back out there anytime soon. So that's one of the reasons why I was just like, forget it. And of course, at the airport, there's some nice, honeys out there at the airport. A lot of eye candy, so that's something to check out while you're out there. Then next up, last one is Playa del Carmen. So after I get done talking about Playa del Carmen, I start having people come up, tell me about some of your experience of being in Mexico, some of the places that you guys enjoy, and we got Enigma. He says he's gonna be out in Cancun tomorrow. Nice. He's asking, how do we get a SIM card? Well, I just use my regular SIM. Your American phones should work out there with no problems out in Cancun. I had no problems, especially throughout Mexico. I have no problems at all. I just continue using T-Mobile, and I have T-Mobile international plan, so I never have any issues at all. Every country I go to. But you know what? I'm gonna post a link, and then when I'm done, I start having people come up. So let me grab the link here. You guys to join in. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button, but here we go. I'll just pin that link there. All right, so moving on to the last spot I went to. So Playa del Carmen, had a good time. So of course I went to Playa del Carmen. This was in March. March is my birthday. I usually try to do something around my birthday. And of course, one thing that I hate about my birthday is that there is a spring break, and usually everything is just extremely expensive, more than what it should be. So we went to the clubs, and they're only allowing us the entry if we pay for a bottle, and the bottles was costing $100. So that was one of the things I hated. Of course, the next day when we went out there, they were allowing us to go in for free. But for the big night when everybody was out there, it was $100. But everything was jumping, popping, whatever, lit, whatever we want to use. And yeah, there was a lot to see out there. And basically some photos of the club I was at, which was a pretty nice spot. I enjoyed it. They had dancers and everything. So funny thing is I was able to get all these shots because of the fact that I walked up to the owner, well, not the owner, the manager at the night of that night, and I was like, yo, I'm a YouTuber, and how about I take some videos of your club, let me in and so forth. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. So basically, I started getting, I just had tons and tons of videos. Of course, I released a video of me being at this nightclub, and it was nice. It was definitely good club to have fun at. A lot of good music. They mixed it up from reggaeton to hip hop to whatever you think of Mexican music. I forgot what they call that. The Mexican music that they have. But they mixed that all up. But most of the time it was a reggaeton is what they did. One of the girls, one of the honeys that was there having a good time. So I see a whole bunch of people there. It was just it was packed. People was outside trying to. They were actually outside the club having a good time themselves because of the music. Some of the dancing girls, whatever, on the stage. There was times when people actually got up on the stage. A lot of the spring breakers were, having a good time. So here, this is how packed it was on the street. So a lot was going on out there. See what else I have here. Yeah, I went through all the pictures and everything. So, but yeah, that was it for Playa del Carmen. So, all in all, I'll say is that Mexico definitely a great place you want to be at. You definitely want to check it out. There's a lot to see. There is so many cities to go to. Of course, I had QB on the show a couple weeks ago, and he broke down Mexicali and some of these other places. So, one thing I say is that Mexico is one of those diamonds in the rough places you go to where a lot of people were used to a lot of the Mexicanos here in the United States, how they kind of extremely standoffish, and a lot of them are like built like refrigerators, but out there, it ain't the same, and that's why I definitely like, Mexico for that reason. But the only thing that kind of sucks for me is that, it's just extremely expensive for me to get a flight to go out there at times, or even go to San Diego to cross, because it's about the same price for me to go to Colombia. And that's why like I don't spend a lot of time out there, but I go to Mexico at least once a year. I try to do it once a year and to enjoy myself. Yeah, so Ignima, he says, so the Playa del Carmen just for partying. Yeah, well, they also have some. I forgot to show you guys. I actually have video of the beach, and there's beaches out there. There's things to do, but they're trying to make it into a party destination, just like Cancun. They're redoing everything. You saw that last video how nice the floor is because they just laid on the new ground, and yeah, so now it's like they're trying to. You can see like half of the city is like redid. They redid half of the city, and the other half is still like the old way of how it's been for years. And it's just funny to see. You can see the transformation of them trying to fix it up and make it look nice. So they're trying to turn that into a tourist town. Let me get that one video here. Forgot to share this with you guys. So this is why I was on the beach. I might have to turn off the music here. I don't get flagged. And of course, I have videos of me being out here. I've already released Playa del Carmen and of Cancun and so forth, and updates for me being out there. But um, yeah, I'm gonna release that vlog really soon of my trip of being out there. There is so much content that I didn't get a chance to share with you guys because of that. But like I said, I've been the one slacking. My fault. That's about it. We're just trying to find our destination on the beach because it was extremely packed. A lot of spring breakers out there. But yeah, that was Playa del Carmen. I have more videos of that, but we're still waiting for people to come on up. You know, if you guys come on up, you know, start joining in so that we can have a discussion, share more information about Mexico for everyone. So we got a question from Enigma. He says, would you recommend leaving Cancun immediately when you arrive and going straight to Playa del Carmen? It depends. It depends on what you're looking to do. Because I still enjoy Cancun, although it's expensive. Like there is things to do out there in Cancun, but both places are expensive. Like I actually did I rode a boat, and I thought I had that video here of me doing. I did paragliding. I did the boat, like speed boats or whatever. It look like I don't. I'm gonna have to share that. That's my bad. I probably share some of this boat stuff and everything. Yeah. And you know there is so much to do out there in Cancun, so it's up to what floats your boat. You know, they were charging the same prices as what it was in Cancun to get into the clubs in Playa del Carmen at the time. Right now, things may be different. It may not be so expensive as you're going down there right now. But for me at the time, because I was down there for spring break, and of course, you know, they want to, you know, get as much money out of us as possible. So I'm sure I was overpaying heavily because of the fact that it was spring break. You know, some of the things that they were charging in Cancun was I think they were charging like $100 for like three drinks or something like that. You know, oh no, or was it $50 per person, something like that for three drinks? It was something crazy like that. You know, $50 cover, but you get drinks with it. You know, but that's just some of the things that was going on in Cancun at that time. And let's see here. Try to find some of the speedboat stuff, which I thought was kind of dope. Yeah, here, Columbia, Energy, got some of this stuff here. Where are you at? Cartagena. There it is. So I'm gonna try. Let me bring it over off my other drive here, just so that so that it'll play with no issues. I look like it's give me an issue. Let's try this again. So we're doing the speedboat. Pretty dope. Tell you, definitely something you want to do. So I kill it because for some odd reason my PC's acting like it doesn't want to operate right. But nonetheless, you know, definitely tell you, man, check out Mexico. You know, check that out. There's a lot of things to do out there in Cancun. It says right here, are there expats living in Playa del Carmen? I think it's mostly Merida where expats live. I'm not sure because when I was out there, I was just I was just out there for vacation. That's all I do out there. So it looks like we got someone here. Let me bring them up. Hey, what's up, man?
You know, what's going on?
It's great to have you on the show, man.
Yes. I said, man, if he ain't gonna invite me, I'm just gonna jump on, man.
Hey, brother, I reached out to you a couple times, man. But hold on, man. Let me get a little cheer for you, man, for showing off, man. Travel Mad is in the building, man. What up, give it for me? For those of you that I don't know about him, you know, he's always in Mexico, man. He's doing it big out there. So make sure you check out his content. So
man, it's funny. I'm just working on a video from Tulum. I got like 2 more I need to push out and be done with it. But I probably dropped about 5 or 6 Tulum videos. So it's ironic that you were talking about Mexico when I'm trying to just have something to play in my back of my ear while I'm editing and stuff. And I saw you was online, and I was like, "Oh man, let me jump on this right now, man. See what he's
Hey
talking
man,
about, Mexico, man."
exactly, man. Appreciate you blessing coming up on here, man. Because I've seen a lot of your videos of you being out there in Tulum and so forth. Funny thing is, I think I was out there at the same time you were out there in March, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
wow. Okay, yeah, it was late middle March. Middle March, I think I was out there. Yeah.
Yep. See, I was out there for my birthday, like I think from the 11th till like I think to like the maybe the 18th or something like that. So I was out there for a good amount of time, just running around.
So it
moving around.
was it Tulum or what part?
So I went to first. I did Cancun for 3 days, and I went to Playa del Carmen for
Okay.
another 3 days for that time. So
Okay.
yeah. So because last time I went, we actually did Tulum. So we were like, you know what? Let's not do Tulum. Let's just do Playa del Carmen because we didn't do Playa del Carmen last time. Because we skipped
Okay.
right past it and continued on. So
Right. How did you like Playa?
it was nice, and the biggest thing is from my standpoint, like I said, is that I think that they were overcharging only because it was spring break. That's just what I was thinking. I'm not sure if it exchanged or anything like that. If the prices are different, I don't know if you since you were just out there, let us know. How is it? How are the prices right now? Did they change?
Well, Tulum, I've heard over the year or so that it's going up, and I heard that from expats that live there, locals. Locals said that over time since it became real popular over the pandemic, and so the prices just went up. So, but that was my first time there back in March. I really just went all through Mexico this whole pandemic, man, from Tijuana to Rosarito, this little fishing village called Popotla.
Seen that. That was dope.
The little fishing village was really dope. I was trying to go to Ensenada, and some other little small towns down there too. That's kind of tourist like, but kind of like hidden gems. So, I'm trying to go back down there to get some more of that Baja California footage. Mexicali, I've heard
Mexicali, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. Oh yeah, I think you were actually on. I think you did stop by the show when we had QB on here talking about Mexicali. See what's happening.
Quarterback. I mean, QB Willie.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen him out there a few times. I think he was out there recently. If I want to remember right.
He's always going out there. That's like every other week.
That's his spot in Mexico. That is definitely his country right there. But Tulum is a vibe, man. I really enjoyed myself. I would definitely go back.
Okay. So how much time did you actually spend out there during this last trip? Actually just staying in Tulum? Was it just for like 4 or 5 days or? I think we lost him. Probably got the bad internet since he's out there. But yeah, we got Jimbo Slice. Yo, you can come on up here, man. Come on through.
My bad, my signal went out. What did you say?
Oh no, I'll just like you're back and forth. Okay, yeah, I'll just ask you, how long did you spend out there in Tulum this time around? While you were out there, was it just for like 5, 6 days or so, or was it for a week or a month?
I think it was for a week. Because I had planned on going to Cancun as well. I had planned on going to Cancun, but man, that Tulum, it just had me locked down, man. It's still a lot of things I wanted to do, but I didn't get a chance to do. But once I was there, I was just like, oh man, I really like it here. Because going to like Tijuana, you go to Tijuana, man, that's just you could really be done in a weekend. in Tijuana.
Yeah.
He ain't ready much else.
Yeah. That's usually what I do whenever I go to TJ. It's just a weekend type of situation. I'm done, you know, with the, you know, high prices of certain things and everything, but but everything else is still nice, you know, from the food and, you know, taking that 45-minute ride to Rosarito Beach and everything.
Yeah.
And I think that was dope.
Yeah. I mean, it really isn't much to do in Tijuana, man, but girls and tacos, man, you know.
Exactly. That's all it is. Girls and tacos and TJ.
That's all it is, man. So, but yeah, Tulum is it was a little bit more to do, which I could that's why I could go back down there. The party scene is definitely good. Good little nightlife down there. I've heard that in Playa too, the nightlife is okay. But
Playa, well, which was Playa?
Playa del Carmen, like I guess one like main strip they got there.
Yeah, that they're redoing now, that they're fixing up.
Yeah. So it's a guy I know that not really moved down there, but he kind of went down there for to work remotely, and he just fell in love with it. And it's a small town because I took, you know, you got to take that bus ride from Cancun to or you bus ride or a car or whatever. You can't just fly into Tulum. So
Yeah. What I did was I actually rented a car. So I took a car straight from Cancun straight out to Tulum and into Playa del Carmen.
Okay.
That's usually what I do.
Okay. How much
Yeah,
was it expensive renting a car?
Oh man, the first time I did it was relatively about 2 years ago. I would say 2-3 years ago, and it was like $1 a day. They had a deal, and I only paid for the insurance. The insurance was like $40 a day, I think it was, or $30 a day, something like that. So it was extremely cheap. But this time around, my reservation got mixed up. I don't know what happened, so it ended up costing me about $300 for the 6 days. So I was kind of upset about that. I was like, what the hell, you know? But you know, I didn't get the deal. But nonetheless, you know, it depends on when you go out there. If you get things in order, you know, beforehand, you know, you're good to go. So, but it isn't too bad.
What's the thing that I heard about the it was like they may take like $4,000 on a hold on your credit card or something like that.
Nah, it wasn't like that. Not with the one I went with. It was just
you heard about that before?
I've heard something about that, but it wasn't like that in Cancun. The only thing that they put a hold on was just the amount that was owed. That was it. Or I think like an extra 150. It was something simple, nothing really bad.
Something about if you deny the insurance, you know, some people are like, I got insurance on my credit card or whatever. So
okay.
They may say like, you know, and I think that's what I thought it was about. Like if you deny their insurance, then they'll put like this extravagant hold on your card, you know, to ensure that. So
yeah, I just took their insurance. I said, forget it. I'm just get your insurance, whatever. It don't matter. As long as I'm taken care of, is all that matters for me.
But 300 still ain't bad for a week if you had it, you know, that long or whatever. Shows like a little small bucket or whatever, but
yeah, me, I was just pissed off because before I had like what $150, $200. So I was just like, come on, man. You know.
Yeah. Cool, man. I'll let brother Jim jump in.
Yep. What's up, Jim? How's it going, man? Thanks for joining in again.
My man Solo. What's going on, buddy?
Hey man, how's everything?
Man, just counting how pretty I am. Numbers don't go that high. So are you guys getting that backwash again this time? Is it clear this time?
We were getting it at first when you first jumped in. You know, it sounds like we're still getting it somewhat right now. So
you are getting it, man. I don't want to ruin the show, man. You know, so I'll let you guys be then, man. I just know about TJ, man. So I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to ruin the show, man.
Oh, you're fine. You know what? Let's just have you. Hey, just tell us about your experience with TJ.
Well, for people that are at home, they might not know this. You know, we take it for granted because we've been there. But TJ is one of those places where you don't really stay. It's not like a Medellin, Cartagena.
Facts, no offense.
It's one of those places where you just fly into San Diego, go down there, get your oil changed, and get back to San Diego. It's not one of those places. There's nothing there, man. I mean, besides that, Rosarito, I've been down that way, but it's TJ. It's not a place where you stay a week or nothing like that. Like your man over there in the top right. 2 days, man, 2-3 days in TJ, man, you're burned out, man.
Facts.
Not only are you burnt out, but your pockets too.
Your pockets too, but man, I've seen some nasty stuff down there, man. You go anywhere else, that shit ain't normal. TJ's crazy, man.
Yeah. You talking about like you done been to that 7th floor or something, man?
What was that you said? Sorry, he was breaking up.
You been to what? When was the last time you was in TJ?
That's another thing about TJ. TJ is they never really shut down. There's been some news people said they did, but every time I went down there, because what I do is I fly from Vegas into San Diego. Say I arrive like at 4 p.m. Have a rent a car. I go down to TJ for about 10 hours. Then go back to the airport and fly right back to Vegas.
For real?
So I'm in and out like a Navy SEAL, man. I'm not playing, like I said, dude. Oil change, man. That's it, man. But they never shut it down, man. The whole COVID thing, you could get through there. I think they had like 3 days or something where they tripped out on the borders, man. This whole time you can be going down there.
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of people were saying that same thing. Like, man, I thought the border was closed. I'm like, man, the border ain't closed, man. And like, I'm like, man, you gotta start listening to that fake news, man.
Exactly. I was out there in July of 2020, and that was like when COVID was like becoming like that whole big thing, and everybody was locking down. You got the riots going on and everything. I was like, man, F this. I'm going down to Mexico, man. I went down to TJ, had a good time.
I don't know if you guys noticed, they did start imposing like beer drinks last time I was down there. Where like when you would dip out of the clubs and you go back in, you have to buy another beer to get back in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to, I've been down there like 15, 20 times, man. They used to never do that. And now that's the thing. Like if you ever leave the club, you got to spend $5 and get another beer to get back in, no matter what.
And that's in TJ, or was that in Rosarito?
That was in TJ. A buddy of mine had a condo in Rosarito, so I was like isolated where I didn't have to pay for that much. Now, when you go down to Cancun, I spent 3 days down at Cancun. When you guys say TJ's expensive, man, Cancun is expensive, man. Man, you might as well be in LA. I mean, Cancun is high, man. Especially if you go to the other places that your show's about. Man, I wouldn't even mess with that.
Yeah. Usually, Cancun is like one of those places you want to take with somebody, because it's just it's a travel destination for fun. That's it. Vacation.
Well, I've never verified this, so I mean it could be all nonsense. But they do have casas there outside of in Cancun. If you got you can find yourself a taxi driver that they got them in private residences down there. But you might lose a kidney. Nice. You never know. You never know, man. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Well, Milano brings up a good area too, Guadalajara. I want to go and get into those other places, Guadalajara, Mexico City, Oaxaca. Also the black side too, where you got Veracruz.
Oh yeah, Veracruz. Yep.
Because I'm telling you, the ones that come from Veracruz to work in TJ, boy, them things be so fine.
Oh yeah.
They
And I
be
gotta go
so-
down there because I got some family out there in Veracruz, and they keep inviting me to go out there. And you know, from what I saw from QB, because he went to Veracruz, he showed some videos from out there. It's really nice. You know, definitely a nice spot, and everything's cheap too.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's a place to check out. Definitely would
yeah,
say.
it definitely is, man. I think in the next couple of years, I think Mexico may be my home base because of it's close to the States, to see, to bounce back and see family if you need to. And for the cost of living, man, you can get a fully furnished place for $400, utilities included, So
Plus that visa, man. That visa's cake, man. It's good for 6 months up there.
yeah,
You just
yeah,
keep on
and
reading.
Mm.
Oh,
Good
that's another
information.
thing. So on your show last week, I forgot to bring up in San Jose or Costa Rica, you can dip and re-dip every 90 days. They don't care. Like in Colombia, you can only do 6 months out of a calendar year. You can keep on re-dipping every 90 days until you're dead in Costa Rica.
That's nice.
Let's keep that on the
Oh,
back button for your audience.
and I didn't know about that about Mexico. That basically you got a 6-month tourist visa.
Yeah, it's called the
Yeah.
HH or something like that. I can't think of it. Yeah, it's good for 6 months for Americans just by on arrival. Plus, you can renew it, for I don't know how long, but they don't really care.
I'm surprised you didn't get hit for that, man. When you went back in June, like I know they hit me in August for it, like walking across the border. And like,
Lord,
hey,
I got
you
mute Jim for a quick moment. Sorry about that. What were you saying?
they hit me for that visa, like they were saying you got to get it, and I was like, huh?
Oh, you talking about that card that you can't lose?
Well, no, it was a what's it a card? It was a card. It was a Visa card. It was 6 months though.
Yeah, that
You had to pay
that card.
$30 for it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, see, I never knew how long it was good for. I've always just kept it, held on to it because my boy would tell me, "Hey, don't ever lose that, or else you got to pay money for it." And one time I actually lost it when I went to CDMX, but I was just out there for a layover. I'm like, God, and I was boarding my flight and going to Colombia. So that was the one time I lost it. I was kind of upset that I did. I had to pay the extra money. I was pissed off.
Okay. Yeah, I know in TJ they hit me the second time I went back in August, and I'm like, what? Like first time I went through, it was probably like 10 o'clock at night, and they just let me walk right on through, and they didn't say anything. And then the second time, it was just like, what are you going over there for? And I'm like, they're like going to this office, and I'm like, oh shoot. So I walk into the office, and dude asked me more questions, and he was like, all right, well, you need to pay for a visa. And I'm like, well, like, how much is this gonna cost? He was like, it's like what is it? It came out about $30. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And that they just wanted money, that's
Yeah,
they just wanted to get
usual.
money about you.
Yeah, because they usually don't pull you to the side walking past TJ crossing the border. Usually it's just hey, have a good time, have a good time, see you later.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Yeah, they hit me up for that, man. A few people they got hit up like that. You guys came out there around the same time. And I was like, man, yeah, watch out for them. They trying to get you at the border, and they got them. So I kept it. I think it just expired like in February or something. But so I was just surprised because most countries are just 90 days, and you may be able to get an extension if you pay a little bit more for the extension before that initial 90 days run out. So having a base in Mexico, man, the amount of rent I pay, I'm in Atlanta, so the amount of rent I pay here, I can pay 4 or 5 months in Mexico, and not even live there, I could just travel still around, and so I do like that, but I like to use Mexico as a leverage to do some things, and go from that point. But I'm still working that all out. But love Mexico, man.
Yeah, same here. I got love for Mexico, man. It just for me, it's just hard for me to get there at times. Sometimes it becomes to be a bit expensive, and that's the only reason why I go once a year. That's about
Now,
it.
when you say expensive, what do you mean by expensive though? Like
See,
what?
Exactly. When he says that, I wanted the same thing.
Because
for me,
I'm a frugal traveler. I mean, I like to say I'm a minimalist. You know, I got a little spot. I did a little review on it on my channel, a little hotel. I mean, it's only like $30 a night. It's right off of Revolution Boulevard, right off the main drag. Nice, modern spot, $30-something a night. And taco, I mean, I don't eat nothing but tacos and, you know, bring a bottle to my place. But now when you start talking about the chicas, then that can get a little expensive.
Yeah, well, my thing is for me flying out of Chicago, I'm paying about $600 to go to San Diego. That's the same price for me to go to Colombia.
Pandemic or post-pandemic?
That was post-pandemic. Now during the pandemic, I got a round trip to San Diego for $100 on United.
Yeah. I need pandemic prices to come back, man.
Exactly.
I need them pandemic prices to come back. Now I'm talking. I was in San Diego airport, and I swear I could look left and right, and I probably could only see one person out of 50 airline lines. You know, 50 airline gate stations. One or two person, and that's including me. I'm seeing one or two people, man. And I'm like, I ain't never seen the airport this empty. But I paid $125 from Atlanta to go to San Diego. So that's why I definitely went twice. But now right now it's like $3-something to go there now.
Yeah. I was looking at flights for me to go to Guadalajara. It's about $250 or $300 for a round trip. So that's why I'm gonna end up going there in the next couple of weeks because I'm gonna go out to Barranquilla, Colombia, the beginning of August. But at the end of August, I want to go down to Guadalajara because that is a place. I'm not sure if anyone of you guys been there. But you know what? Well, before I even touch on Guadalajara, for Enigma, he's asking, do we need any testing or health forms? No, you need nothing. Just it's like as of before COVID, just catch your flight and that's it. You just got to worry about
afterwards. After TJ, you'll need one.
Yep. You know, only thing is that if you're catching a flight, you're gonna need to get that antigen test to come back. That's about it. But besides that, you know, if you're walking back and forth from TJ crossing the border, last time I checked, you didn't need it. I don't know if you guys needed it when you guys crossed the border from San Diego.
Passport, they never do.
Okay, that's what I figured. You know, so we got someone else on the board here. We got Citizen Lou. Hey, what's up? Welcome, man. You know, so what you got on Mexico?
What's going on, brother? I lived in Mexico for like 2 years, so I saw the panel. I wanted to definitely chime in. Yeah, I love Mexico, man. Mexico's tight. I lived in with TJ, Guadalajara, Playa del Carmen. Yeah, I was there for that little amount of time. It was dope, man. I think it's a good place to start out if you haven't traveled before.
Nice. So with Playa del Carmen and Tulum, because I know that Travelmatic, he was saying that he noticed some differences of the prices and how a lot of the expats were saying how things are changing. Have you noticed a lot of the big differences?
In Playa del Carmen, I'm actually in Colombia right now, so I don't know about right now, but relative to what? It's getting more expensive relative to what? In the past?
I'm guessing just everything is going up or so, supposedly, because I mean, from what I saw, it was expensive. Because I was out there during spring break, and I chopped it up to being spring break that they were just gonna gouge me anyways, because getting to the club they want to charge $100 for a bottle as entry. That is, so I'm like, that's like American prices.
Right, Cancun, that's the tourist trap. You know what I mean? So that you gonna pay top dollar. You know, like if you don't know how to, you definitely gonna pay top dollar in Cancun. That's like the Miami in Mexico.
Yeah. So Well, if you're living out there, what are some of the places or some of the local things that you would say for people to go to check out?
Man, I would say Tijuana is probably the best. I mean, because it's near San Diego. Guadalajara is pretty cool. They got this club called Club Americas. That's a pretty nice spot. And they got other little cool things to do, like you go see the churches and they got mountains and stuff like that. Mexico City, I really like Mexico City. There's a lot to do in Mexico City. Yeah, that's if you guys haven't been to Mexico City before.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know, because I don't know what people like to do, so, but it's a fun place. If you touch down, you'll find something to do. That's what I gotta say about that.
Nice. So we have Enigma. He has a question here. He was asking from all your travels in Mexico, what can you say about safety? I guess I'll start first, and I'll let you guys all answer. For me, going in and out of Mexico, it's been safe. I've enjoyed myself. I've had no issues at all. I mean, I've heard people got not stuck up, but cops had got them for some money from time to time. But for me, I've never had any issues. I'll let whoever else want to chime in on that one.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, well, I think he may be relating to the story, the people in Cancun on the jet skis. I don't know if you heard about that story.
That's
but
right.
The lady they was aiming for the vendors, and then because there's a lot of undercover drug dealing down there on the tourist areas, them vendors and stuff. And sometimes you could be an innocent bystander and get caught in the middle of that stuff in the crossfire. But Mexico is not like your Medellins of the world, where it's like it's an intent on the tourists to drug them, run up on a moto, and you ain't gonna get that in Mexico. You'll get caught up maybe in some crossfire. So it's just all about being in the right place at the right time. But safety, I think, is definitely it's kind of overkill in the media, U.S. media. Cartel this, cartel that. The drug dealing, the massive killings and stuff that happens in like Juarez, Laredo, I think, some other little places. So, yeah, that's about all I got.
Jim, you got anything on that?
Well, when you're in TJ, it's a little bit different. It depends on what part of Mexico that you're in. But in TJ, man, it's prison rules, man. No eye contact. Just don't be making no eye contact with the police, man. Just don't look at them. In Cancun, it's more catered to foreigners. So I felt like it was safer, if you want to use that term, safer. But TJ, you're higher likely to have some issues with people, I think. I think I always felt Medellin was, safer than any country or any city in Mexico I've been to, which, like I said, my experience isn't as elaborate as you guys have been, but just Cancun, Mexico City a little bit, and a whole lot of TJ. I would still take Medellin, man, over all three.
Interesting. How about you, Citizen Lou?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's interesting because, man, when I was in TJ, man, I had a blast. I felt extremely safe. Like, it was actually one time I was walking down the street. It was like 3:00 in the morning, and they were jumping this one dude. And like while they were running to jump him, they like brushed past me and were like, "Excuse me, sir," like kind of like "Compromiso, señor." It's like, that was kind of interesting. So I don't know what to say about that, man. I felt very safe. I mean, I guess maybe not for everybody else, but I wanted to say too, the police. I got into a situation where me and this girl, we were like, kissing in the car. I guess he thought we were having sex, so he like knocked on the window and he was trying to like, shake me down. And he said, we were speaking in Spanish. He said, all right, you got two options. You can take this fine or we going to jail. I was like, all right, how much the fine? He said $300. I was like, bro, we going to jail. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just going to take my chance in jail, bro. I'm not. I really didn't have it. I didn't have the 300 on me, so I was like, but yeah, Mexico is a very interesting spot. But I agree with what Travel Medic was saying. You know, the news media it's an overdrive with all the cartel. I mean, there is the cartel. I'm not gonna act like they don't exist. They do, but you know, it's just you can avoid a lot of those things. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, and just oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a tip here. The one thing I've learned about Mexico, the cartel is not the people you need to fear. The people on the corners, you say like I think Jim was saying, don't get eye contact. It's the police you need to fear. Them motherfuckers will get you.
You got me.
Yeah, it's just police. That's
exactly
facts,
what
bro.
I was saying, my man. That's exactly what I was saying.
Them damn police officers will get your ass.
I'm telling you, man, don't look at them. They won't look. I mean, I've always had good luck. Just don't make no eye contact, man.
Right.
I know my buddy. He said he got shaken down as well because he had some weed on him. So they got him good.
Oh, you will get shook down in Mexico. I'm not even. Yeah, you are gonna get shook at least once. If you're there long enough, you gonna get shook down. It's just a part of the system.
Man, I'm telling you, boy. I go the other way when I see that damn police, boy. I go the other way, man. I remember when I was outside my hotel, and this was the first night I got to TJ, first time in TJ, and talking with the security guard outside the hotel. The police officer rolled up. You know, like I said, I'm talking to the security guard, so I had my back turned to the street, and he rolled up. They both rolled up and was like, "Estás bien?" You know, everything, all good, all was good. And the police officer, the security guard looked around my shoulder like, "Oh yeah, it's good." I was like, "What?" Well, they thought because you was talking to a brother, like, something going on. Let me see what's going on. And the security guard was like, "Oh no, everything's good." And they just rolled on. And I was just like, "Dude, motherfucker, yeah."
Hey man, they try to shake down as many gringos as possible, man. Gotta make some money.
Especially when they see a big black brother gringo, they like, "Yeah, we know he ain't from here. You gonna get this motherfucker, boy."
You're not coming from the coast, no.
Right.
So
right.
I gotta bring this to the top. We got here Molano Travel Boy with the $5 donation. Thanks so much. Appreciate the donation. It says, "Great life, fellas. What places in Mexico are bad to visit if you're only going during the week, Monday through Friday?"
I think that's the best time to go. Is they ain't really looking. Friday and Saturday, them boys be out.
What was the question? About Monday to Thursday?
Yeah, I'll bring it up again. Sorry about that.
Yeah, in Cancun, it's always something to do in Cancun. You ain't gotta worry about what day it is in Cancun.
Yeah. I agree, especially with Playa del Carmen as well. And even Tulum, since Travamatic was out there, that's a nice small little town from what I noticed when I was out there.
Yeah, that whole Quinta is nice. That whole
Quinta is nice.
Yeah.
Citizen Lou, I had a question for you. Your stay in Mexico, like, how much were you paying? You said you was in Guadalajara, or?
Yeah, so I majority of my time was TJ, but I was in Guadalajara for a few months, and then I was in Playa del Carmen. You
was in was it Zona Rio? Because that's the little nicer area, isn't it?
No, it's called Zapopan. It's called Zapopan. I can't remember it's on the tip of my tongue. It's like I was living in Zapopan. I know I'm butchering it, but
is that outside of TJ?
Oh, you talking about in TJ? I thought you were talking about Guadalajara. My bad. No, yeah, I was in. I was downtown. I was right on what's the Avenida? Fifth Avenue. Oh, that was right there. Cinco Avenida.
Okay.
Well, like Las Pulgas and that. I was like right downtown.
What does rent look like in TJ?
Well, the spot I was at, it was furnished, and it was like light bill, water, Wi-Fi all included, and it was about $900, give or take.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, that's a lot of people move for like who live in San Diego will commute from TJ.
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got a friend. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, you gotta have that Century Pass though. You got to, or it's really not worth it.
How long does it take you to get through with that Century Pass?
10 minutes.
Mm.
Top. I'm actually, if it's any longer, I'm actually upset. I know people been there like all day, you know, but yeah, that Century's dope.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got a friend, man. I've been trying to convince him to do that. He had to move out to San Diego, and I said, man, don't sleep on TJ, man. Look,
Don't do it. Yes, CJ is awesome, bro. I love it. I'm thinking about going back. I'm in Medellin right now, but I'm thinking about going back.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good savings right there, man.
Yeah, it was nice. Good
savings to be that close. Shoot, I think I may look into. So, any place you could stay in Mexico, where would you go back and stay? You saying Tijuana?
Yeah, I would. Because how Tijuana, you know, it's funny. It just kind of Tijuana kind of happened. I wasn't really like trying. My friend told me about it, and I just kind of did it, and I loved it. I met the people there, but I do like Medellin a little bit more, though. I'm not gonna lie. Medellin is cheaper.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that.
You agree with that? Yeah, like, and the weather's a bit. I mean, TJ weather's good too, but Medellin is just better. I would, if I had to choose it, I would stay here. But I did love TJ, and because especially if you like, you know, need to go to San Diego. It's like if you haven't really traveled a lot, I say that's like a good, you know, training wheel kind of environment because you got San Diego right there.
Yeah,
right.
I definitely say, you know, Medellin is a lot cheaper, and not only just, you know, the prices of things, and just, of course, you know, the chicas as well.
Yeah, I will say it too. Like, you know, when you're black in Mexico, it's actually like way more rare. You know, like you're kind of exotic, but in Colombia, it's not really like, you know what I mean? It's just like everybody else. So.
Right.
We got a quick question from Enigma. He says, "Is Cancun as expensive as Costa Rica?" I can't answer. Oh, see, for me, last time I've been to Costa Rica was like about 3 years ago, so I can't even compare now at this point. So I'll pass it over to someone else who can compare it.
Yeah, I can't compare it either.
I think Jim probably can. I don't know. Problematic you been out there.
Sure the hell can. If you're going down there to look at the beaches and all that, and you're not doing any of the chica thing,
I think we lost him. Oh no, he's Morgan. All right, well, I guess what we'll do is I'll move on to the next question until he comes back. I think that he's having internet issues this time, but well, like I said, for me, it's hard. I can't really answer it because I thought that Costa Rica was. I guess it depends on what you're referencing it as. Like when it comes down to the chicas, I think that for me, Costa Rica is about the same to me. Tell you the truth of what you're spending in TJ and Costa Rica, but when it comes down to like regular things of what you're doing, like food and everything, I thought that Costa Rica was a bit cheaper. That's just how I felt. But you know, who knows? It's been like 3 years since I've been to Costa Rica, so I can't really touch on that too much. You know, take it for a grain of salt with me saying that. We got a question here says, Jim, what can you say about Tulum or Merida? Well, I guess we got a Citizen Lua here as well as Travelmatic. I guess we'll start with you, Travelmatic. I don't know if you know anything about that or so. I'll leave the question up for you.
I've never been to Merida. Merida, where is Merida? I remember the name of that city, but I can't. I know it's not in Quantum Root. Oh, I think Merida is that in? It's a little country. I mean, city above. Probably that's area above Tulum, I believe.
Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, because I know a black girl got a YouTube channel on that, Marita. But I'm sure it's probably nice. I don't know how the area is, but what makes Quantum ruin that Tulum, Playa del Carmen, that Cancun is them beaches, man. That water is beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, that water is beautiful.
That
Oh
water,
man, I was just looking up like my old footage from me being out there, and I'm just like blown away by how beautiful that water is out there in Cancun. Like
man,
that's that's like one of the best places. Here we
man.
go. So that's where is that? Okay, so it's
Oh,
close to Cancun.
okay, yeah, it's on the other side
Yeah,
of
so
the peninsula.
yeah, so
Yeah,
that's also my my location. I've
yeah.
been to.
I know a girl that I think moved out there. Black expat moved out there. She was saying she was showing some real estate out there that was pretty cheap renting wise. I think like 600 a month or something like that.
Oh,
Two
that's
bedroom,
pretty
two
nice.
bedroom townhomes and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, but that water, man. I mean, if Merida is that close to the water too, I'm sure um it's probably nice as well. I don't know. I don't know any place in Mexico that has a bad beach. Um, it just looks good on both sides. The Pacific side, well, I mean, like, what Tulum Beach doesn't look that pretty, like, because that's like the Pacific, but it's not terrible. But
Yeah, see, for me, I think that the Caribbean looks the best. I wasn't really feeling the Pacific side as much, to tell you the truth. Really wasn't feeling it. You know,
right. It's not like the Atlantic, like here, like I'm originally from South Carolina, but like Charleston and all that water is just like black, man. You can't see nothing in that water. But
oh, it's like the Lake Michigan up here. That water green and nasty.
yeah, the
Toxic.
Atlantic is terrible looking, man. But that Gulf, man, it's nothing like it, man. It's just about as pretty as the Caribbean. I mean, it's also more. It's almost the same water there almost as the Caribbean Sea. It's buttoned right next to each other. So, but Merida, but I'm sure Merida is going to be cheaper than Tulum. Tulum is definitely higher. I just seen like I got a guy that's going out there for some take his wife out there and some friends, and I was trying to help him find some places. And man, you could, especially like on the beach in Tulum, you can easily find places for $500-$600 a night, like
Really?
in Tulum on the beach. It's mad expensive out there, man. Anywhere from $250 to $800 a night on
Oh,
Tulum Beach.
I can't do that, man. I can't. I'm not trying to spend that much money, on the beach, man. Even I was upset about the place that I stayed at in Cancun, the resort. I think I paid about 170 a night or 180. I was like, I used to Colombian prices, man.
Yeah, man. Those prices. Those prices are, man. That's U.S. prices, man. They trying to get that U.S. money, man. They know we used to spending that on nights and stuff like that. So they gonna ask for it. We gonna give it to them. So I found in Tulum, I found a cool little Airbnb, man, in a little residential area. It was about 30 something dollars a night.
Nice.
Fully furnished, kitchen, one bedroom, nice, clean, even came with like 2 bikes. And I was
Nice.
like, you like, yeah, this is where you ride your bike around here a lot. And man, I was rolling that damn bike all around Tulum, man. And
Nice.
it was probably like 5 minutes, on the bike to downtown Tulum. But then like to walk it was probably about 10-minute walk, 10-15 minute walk to walk it. But yeah, man, I found me a little. There's always, even in Cancun, I'm sure there would have been spots, because I actually looked for some spots that could have been. I think they were like $40 a night. You know, there are always there's places in these Latin countries for, people who want to spend some money and for people who want to save some money. You just
Exactly.
you got to look.
I'm always trying to save money. Screw that, man.
Yeah.
You got any pictures or videos from some of the places that you've been to, or of the hotels you got on you?
Oh
If you
yes,
don't,
I do. I have a full video of the place I was renting.
oh
I
yeah,
don't know
cool.
how
Yeah.
I don't know how I could get that to you though.
Yeah, or I don't know if you have. Oh yeah, of course. I don't know. You look like you're using your phone, so forget it. I was gonna say, hey, we want to share, but look like you're on your phone, so it's all good.
Can I put it in here?
I don't know. We could try. Go ahead and see if possible. She look like we lost them. Lost everybody. Everybody dropping out. So I guess I'll wait for them to come back. And so we got a question here from Enigma. He's saying, let me bring him in again. Here we go.
Yeah, sorry about that. Can you see me still?
Yeah, I can see you now.
Okay. What is your WhatsApp?
Oh yeah, I could shoot you. Put in my private chat.
Yeah, put it
I'm
in.
seeing my number.
There for me.
There you go. So yeah, that's my number right there. But why are you doing that? Sending. Can't we talk right now? Why are you sending it over? Yeah, Enigma. He says, "Is Playa del Carmen a tourist trap?" Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier, was that you end up spending a lot of money, more than most places, especially in Mexico. You're spending more money in Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Tulum than if you go to CDMX, Mexico City, or some of these other cities, because it's, like they said, I think Travelmatic, I think you said it's like the Miami of United States, and that's exactly what it is. You're spending money no matter what while you're there. Let's see here.
Yeah, you are spending money. But like I said, there's things for the person on a budget, the person who can you hear me pretty good?
Yep, I can hear you good.
Okay.
Your video froze, but we can
people,
still hear you. I guess we lost you now, but we got my boy Molano. Travel Boy says, "Bro, Steve, you got family everywhere." Yeah, I do, man. I got family in of course in Cancun. I mean, in Cuba. I got family in Mexico. I got family in Panama and Costa Rica. And I have yet to meet all of them in Central America. I only met my family in Cuba. That's about it. That's all from my father's side. Now those on my mother's side, I haven't been to Haiti, so I don't know. I haven't met them yet. So I got a lot of people everywhere. And besides my family that's in Colombia as well. So we got another question from him saying who has been to Mexico City here. And like I said, I've been to Mexico City, but it's just been layovers. So I usually spend about 12 hours in Mexico City, and that's about it. And it's actually pretty hot out there. That's one thing I could add. I'm not sure if you've been out there, Milano. I remember you went to, I'm not mistaken, if I don't recall, you've been to TJ or so. You should come on up here, share your experience about you being in Mexico. Share all that good stuff.
Okay, I'm back. It's coming through now.
All right, cool.
But So yeah, you said, I know we ain't this it's a Mexico show, but I remember you was talking about the Cuba. Who
Yeah.
who you said you got family in Cuba?
Yeah. So you know, my father is from Cuba, from Havana, and thing about it is that we still have I guess his cousin still lives out there with the family, so they still have a house and everything, you know, part of the family. So I've been out there one time looking to go back because the first time I went out there, the family that was out there, you know how Latin America is that they will they're the type that is like they're happy to see you and spend a lot of time with you and talk with you. So half my trip they kidnap us, you know, quote unquote, because they wanted us to spend a lot of time with them. And basically it was hard for me to get away to do what I really wanted to do. So I spent most of the time just with them, chopping it up and everything. And you know, I didn't get a chance to do everything that I wanted to do. So I'll be back out there, you know, real soon once that whole COVID situation, you know, gets better, and I'm just gonna run around. You know, but Cuba is, oh man, I can't wait to go back. That's one of those places I love. Being a little biased, but I still loved it being there.
Get in on that show because I've been there 3 times, and that's how much I love it.
Really.
So yeah, man, I shoot, when Obama opened that thing up, man, I said, shoot, man, I'm out. And when the first time in 2017, then 2018, and then 2019. Went back there every
What's
year.
your take on it? What's your take on
Oh,
it of being out there?
Man, I'm a big Cuba enthusiast, man. Like, because I went, first time I was in, I'm mixing my trips up now, but overall, I've been to Havana, of course, Varadero, Manizales, Pinar del Rio, and Vinales. I've been to all those places in Cuba, and so you know, Vinales is the tobacco region, Pinot de Noir. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that whole region, Vinales, is all, that whole province is the tobacco region. So I'm a cigar guy, which I was about to probably smoke in a minute, but
I am one as well.
yeah. So if you a cigar guy, it's definitely a nostalgia, just experience, adventure. You know, horseback riding through the valleys, because it's a valley anyway, mountains and stuff, man, just beautiful, real rustic. You got the coffee tasting, you can do the little honey tour thing. So it's a lot to do down there, and it's real chill. Havana could be kind of, especially in old Havana, it can be kind of like hustle, kind of Cartagena
touristy.
style.
Yeah, touristy. From what I
And
got from it.
where people, you know, we get some money for leche, money this, that, blah blah blah, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
High
you
price.
kind of want to get away from that. Yeah. And so yeah, man, just the experience, the parties, the nightlife. Did you go to any clubs or anything like that?
No, I didn't get a chance to. The night that we were supposed to do it, one of the people that we were with, he lost his money. Like he you know how it is down there. You know, once you lose your money, you ain't got no ATM really to mess with you. So you kind of screwed. So yeah, so we couldn't really go to a nightclub, but we had a chance to, just go to a couple bars, well, not bars, but a couple restaurants with the live music and everything, to eat and everything. After that, I was stuck with the family, So, but that's one thing I want to do when I go back. I want to hit up the clubs. I want to hit up everything, everything I want to do. So, but I gotta get you on the show. We gotta get you, talk about your Cuba experience and everything. That's one thing I gotta do. Get you on here one of these Saturdays.
Yeah, I did the nightlife and all that stuff, man. I hope it's the same, man, when I go back. Hope it's the same, man. They already was going through a lot of turmoil with the embargo, and then with Trump, tightening things down. So, I think now they have where you can fly with it, but it's like a 5-day quarantine and
Yep.
2
That was one of the
tests.
things. Yep, that's one of the things I'm like, I don't want to go right now. I'll wait. I don't want to be bothered with that. That's too much.
Right. Yeah, it ain't that much of a need for me to go through all that. So, and then I heard something about they doing like COVID scams or something, like saying like you test over there to come back, and they'll say you got COVID and you got to stay or whatever. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, I heard something about that too, but I haven't confirmed that just yet. But
Look like your video just came through. So I didn't want to cut you off. Sorry about that. I'm gonna share
no,
your
you good,
video here. Let me see if I could get over on this other screen here. Hold on a second here. Shoot, I can't even download it here. I'll just bring in.
Yeah, that was the little spot I had in Tulum for like 30 something a night.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait to download it because I don't want your number to show here. Just taking a minute for it to download because it's coming through the PC. Let me make sure it downloads on my phone first. A second here, because usually that does it. That makes it faster for me to download it. Come on.
But yeah, I would I probably would get this same spot again if possible. Because I like staying in places like where the locals stay, man. I hate staying in tourist places, man.
Same way. The same way.
I want to
Save a lot
be
of money.
walking by the old lady every day as she come out to go to work and shit. I'm sitting up there smoking a cigar and shit.
You be hearing the kids fighting and everything or playing, and you be hearing the roosters in the background, and the dude on the cart yelling out, he's trying to sell them fruits.
Right. Somebody throwing water out of a window and shit. You like, what the hell?
That would be, man.
Like, who threw that? Somebody threw some something they done mopped the floor with type water out the window. Like, man, what the hell? Like, that water could have landed on somebody. They ain't even look. They just threw that shit out the window. Gotta love that life, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it to stop us from waiting. I'm gonna share this a different way here. I'm gonna do it this way. Give me a moment here.
I mean, you can show with my number on there. You don't matter. Shoot.
Okay, because I didn't want to start blowing you up and everything, and scamming you, and hate to put that on the internet. But here, I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna do a different way here. I got this here. I could do it like this. And pause that, and if I jump on,
I think Milano Travel Boy says, who has been to Mexico City? I think you said you've been to Mexico City, right?
Yep. So more so, I've been there more so layovers, but I've had some good times out there. Here we go. All right, so here I fixed this. Let me also let me jump on here. I'm gonna make myself bigger so it doesn't, so everybody can see this. A second here. Jump on it here. Here we go.
I don't know if you can hear it.
Can you guys hear it?
I couldn't hear it, but
you can't. Here. Try this again. What about now?
No.
No. Okay. Here it is. Now I'm gonna have to share the screen, man. I didn't want to share. I didn't want to do it that way, but I guess so. Let me go ahead and switch this up and bring us in here.
Sure, I wish it wasn't a extravagant room. It ain't really much, but it was comfortable. You know, it was comfortable.
Let me know if you can hear this.
No,
No. All right, here. Hold on, I'll fix that. Let me share this one more time with the audio.
All right. All right. This is the patio. Like you come in through this door. Come in through that
yeah, I
door.
can hear it, but it's low.
2 bikes. I like the bikes.
Yeah, that's how I could get it. I'm gonna have to
Duplex.
tweak
That's
that.
1 room. This is my room.
Yeah, that actually was a duplex. The place I was in. Place to the right was
Uh,
entrance to the other apartment.
2 burner liquor.
Nice. This is actually nice. And you paid 30 for this?
Yeah,
Is it lights here? I think it's lights in here somewhere.
had good lighting in there too. That light you turn on in there.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, definitely nice spot. And this was in Tulum?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got the rainfall, the shower head.
Shower head.
Then you got
Had a little patio. I could sit back there and smoke cigar right quick. It was back of the other duplex,
right here.
but you know it was discreet. You know,
This is my side. Yeah, man. Nice little spot, man. I think I was paying like, what was that? 124, like 30, maybe $30 a day or something like that. $30 a day. Nice.
yeah, man. Nice little closet. I think it had a safe. Everything in there.
Okay. Yeah, man, that's nice right there. Definitely. At $30 a night.
Yeah, man. You can find them, man. At Airbnb, boy. Airbnb is a lifesaver, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Yeah, did you get it? So did you get a chance to go to Mexico City? Since Milano, he posed that question. And also let me say what up to Jason. What up, Jason, man? Hey, if you've been to Mexico, come on up. Come join in. All right, so have you been to Mexico City?
No, I haven't. I need to go out there. I've been wanting to go to what was that Day of the Dead festival. Because I was thinking about that was one of my choices last year. It was between there and Brazil. Because I wanted to go like around my birthday. My birthday is in October, and I try to go places where it's a little something going on. So I knew around that, I think November, first week of November is Day of the Dead. I don't know if you heard of Day of the Dead Festival.
Yep.
Yeah, and so that was going on around that time. But then because you know it was only 2 things open that time last year, it was Mexico and Brazil. So I was like, let me go to Brazil, man. And so ended up in Brazil, but Mexico City is definitely on the list, man. Definitely on the list.
And there is a lot to do. I see that Enigma. I know what he's looking for. He said he wants Jim to come back because I know what he's looking for. You know, I try to keep the show a little clean, but you know what? I can tell you this: in Mexico City, you can run into a lot of stuff out there. There's a lot of women you can run into. Also, there's a lot of calm like websites, whatever. So that's one thing you can look into if that's what you're into, and so forth. But besides that, Mexico City, there's a lot going on. Like you said, a day like Travel Magic said, Day of the Dead. You know, there's some stuff to get into. A lot of the non-pros, I say, it's really nice. You know, you could kick it with. So I can tell you, man, check out Mexico, man. That's a spot to go to. Definitely say that. Oh, a second. Oh, we got Nate in the building, man. Let me see here. We got Nate in your state with the $20. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. So appreciate the Mexico information. I'm excited for tacos. Yo, man, tacos be bomb out there, man. Make sure you get you some tacos out there in Mexico, man. I could tell you, man, for me, and I'll let Troublematic tell about his stories and everything, but I could tell you, I've had the best tacos there, no matter which city I've gone to, no matter which, border I've crossed. And them tacos are dope, no matter what. I don't know if you have anything on that about Mexico, Troublematic, about the tacos.
Oh man, I got 2 or 3 videos on tacos on my channel, man. It's exclusively about tacos, man. Taco tour, the ultimate taco tour, man. But the best ones. Damn, that's a hard one there. Cause I in Tijuana, it's this little place off of Revolution. It's a Burger King on Revolution. If you turn on that corner where that Burger King is, take about 2 blocks down, you'll run into a place called Michelin, I think, taco. It's like a taco stand. They got seafood tacos. They got the snapper or marlin. It was marlin. These fish tacos, marlin, and shrimp. Them shit's cold, man. Them shit's
Really?
cold.
See, I've never had, of course, I don't eat seafood, but shrimp on tacos, like, what's up with that? Like, it's really good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I love seafood, so that hit the spot. But if you in Tulum, it's this one off of the main drag down, like in Tulum town, and I learned a new one called it's called that's for a gringo. If you ask for a gringo taco in Tulum, it's a most tacos in Mexico are made out of corn, but this one is made out of the white flour. But I assume that's why they call it the gringo. There was so gringos are white Americans, whatever. And it's the white flour tortilla, but it has like you get cheese on it too. Like, steak and cheese or chicken and cheese, man. That shit cold, boy. I was like, you asked for a gringo? Ask for a gringa. Ask for a gringa taco.
Gringa?
Okay. Because I seen this dude eating. I'm like, man, what the hell is that you eating? He was like, man, these are the best tacos in all of Mexico, man. I've been all around, blah, blah, blah. He said, tell him you want the gringa. And I was like, all right, I'm going to ask for the gringa. Man, that shit was banging, boy. So, yeah, man, I'm a taco lover, man.
Nice. Yeah, see, I've only had a couple of tacos out there. I've actually had my boy Jared in the building. I actually went out there with him to Rosarito, and there was this one famous taco place, which is called let me find the name of that place.
Pepe's.
Was it Pepe's? No, it was another spot. Here, I got it here. And it's in Rosarito Beach. How everybody was saying that it's like the best taco you could ever have. And it was pretty good. I actually showed a picture of it here. I actually showed a little bit of it. But the tacos were pretty good. Maybe my boy Jared, maybe he might say, tell us the name of it or whatever. But yo, man, tacos out there in Mexico, man, always great, always good. So
yeah.
But,
yeah, I thought the place was named Pepe's that I went to, because there's not a lot of places down there like taco stands in Rosarito. It's a few on the beach area, like over there by what was it? What's that big party place? What's the beer? It's a big spring break place. Gosh, what's the name of that place in Rosarito? Popeyes something. Rosarito Toe Clubs. What's the name of that?
Well, while you think about that, it was Taco Yayati, which is the place. I'm sure I'm horrible breaking, not saying it correctly, but I actually got the sign of the spot here. Let me bring that over here. Hold on a second.
It's called Popeyes and Beer.
Oh, Popeyes and Beers?
Yeah, Popeyes and Beers and Bombay Beach. They're next door to each other. Those are two major like clubs for like spring break. Like they're on the beach, and they'll have like the restaurant kind of outdoor pavilion area, and then they have like the beach part too, where you can all eat in all those places. And they have a DJ just douche, all kind of shit. But yeah, that Popeyes and Beers is like crazy. It's almost like kind of tropical, kind of theme parkish, So it's definitely a crazy cool place, all in that area right there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I seen that video that you had up of that. Yeah, I'm gonna share this one. So this was the place they're saying in TJ or in Rosarito Beach is like one of the best tacos, and I thought the taco was really good. No lie with that one.
Tacos of yaki. Okay.
Yeah. Yaki. There we go. Taco yaki, and it was good. Real good tacos. A lot of people was raving about it. They had like a long ass line. Line was wrapping around the whole building, just so you could get some tacos. It's like everybody around there knew exactly what was up with those tacos. So we had an Enigma. He's also asking about tips and everything about Mexico. Well, for me, I could tell you this. Besides from TJ, which is a bit different, you're dealing with the police officers, and for me, like I said, I have yet to got shooken down, which is a good thing. I'm glad, thank God, knock on wood. But nonetheless, my experience has always been good. As if like being in the States and so forth, walking around, doing your own thing, enjoying life, partying. They definitely want to, like, if you're like in a tourist area, they're going to try to get you drunk and have a good time, try to get you to spend that money. And of course, if you're not in a tourist area, it's chill and mellow. But of course, there are some places where it's dangerous that you got to be careful of. You always got to keep your alert up. But nonetheless, if you're like in a tourist area, which I think you say you're going to be in Cancun area, it's going to be like as if you're in the States, like you're going to be just about safe. Besides that event that happened when what Travelmatic was talking about when they shot up that person at the store and one of the tourists got shot up in that event. That's like one of those, isolating events or whatever that happened. But nonetheless, I've always felt safe in Cancun. I've always felt safe in Playa del Carmen, Tulum. I've never felt unsafe at all. I could tell you that. So, I definitely tell you, if you're going to be out there, if you could rent a car, that would be great so you can move around. And then earlier I talked about how much it cost me to rent a car. Bring some money with you. Definitely going to bring a lot of money while you're in Cancun and Playa del Carmen. They do accept credit cards as well, for some of those things that you may want to do. If you want to do like, the parasailing or, jet skiing and all the other stuff, that's all out there. They got so many places you can go to and do all those adventurous stuff, yeah, man, there's so much to do, man, out there in Cancun and everything, so that's one thing I definitely would say. My boy said, hey.
People sometimes people have to realize that people be so concerned about safety abroad, and it's nothing to the person who posed the question, but you sometimes need to be more conscious of where you live at in the States than you do where you're about to travel to, because like people think about Colombia, Mexico, like sure the crime is high there, but it's normally it's going to be a little bit more higher where you like right around the corner from you may be somebody getting shot right now, or getting robbed.
Yeah, that's facts.
Like that Cancun was what I think 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and there hasn't been anything reported since then. But turn on your 10 o'clock news, your 11 o'clock news, or the recorder from earlier. I don't know what time zone y'all in, but I'm guarantee you it's about 3 or 4 people that got killed today, day before yesterday. I think it was in Chicago. 98 people got killed on the 4th of July. 98 people got shot.
Yeah, it's a regular thing over here for these holidays.
And I'm guarantee you somebody in those neighborhoods that got that was a part or was tied into that. I know if you say, "Hey, I'm about to go to," it's dangerous over there. It's dangerous here in Chicago.
Exactly. It's dangerous here in the States, man. You got all these mass shootings and everything, but they don't really have. Like the most that's gonna happen is you get robbed in all these other countries. That's the most that's gonna happen. But they're really not looking to kill you unless you're resisting and so forth. Things does happen. As if I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen, but you're more likely to get shot and get killed here in the States. Anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel safer when I leave the country more than anything. So we also got
the tacos camarones.
Yeah, them fire.
Fire, man. Fire.
What I hear, but I don't eat seafood, but so we got T Rob. He says his favorite city is Puerto I always mess up this name, man. You know what? Don't hold me to it. But he basically said that's his spot where he goes to. Why don't you come on up? Tell us about it. About why you like that spot and so forth. Why you like being up there? So yeah, the floor is always open for. Who's that?
As I heard about Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. A lot of tourists are going there. Yeah, that's one of the places. I think my barber was telling me about it. Like he was like, "Yo, he's been there like 3 times in the past year, and he's like, he just loves it." And I think he goes out there golfing as well. So if all you guys that like to go golfing, that's a nice place to go to.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably cheap too to golf there.
Hell yeah, oh yeah. Especially out of the countries and there. And I need to work on my golfing because I've never done it, but so many people keep talking about want me to go out there and go play golf with them, and that's one thing I want to get into. Just haven't found the time to do it yet. That's real soon. But hey, I guess that no one else is going to be coming up here for Mexico, man. But man, I gotta get you on the show, man. Travelmatic about your perspective, and we gotta do a show on Cuba, man, real soon.
Oh yeah, man, we got to dig deep into that, man. I can go ahead and get you some video and all that stuff, man. On all that.
All right, cool, man. So I guess I'm just gonna wrap it up. Being for this week. Actually, I'm gonna throw up Cuba as part of the poll for next week as well, for next Thursday, for the open panel discussion. So we'll see who votes for that one, and I'm gonna throw some other countries up there. So we'll see what's up. But
definitely.
Yeah. So no one else comes up. Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for coming through. Definitely appreciate you joining in the discussion and everything. And yeah, man, appreciate everybody that came up here from Jim to to Citizen Lou. I appreciate you guys being here. Showing some love and everything. So definitely appreciate that. But man.
All right.
Man, catch you later. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. I'm out. Y'all have a good
All
week,
right.
man.
Thanks, you too. You guys have a good night.
All right.